And good morning, good morning. Today we are hopping right in, taking a look now at Stellar Lumens XLM and how it's performing against Bitcoin and the dollar. We'll take a quick moment to hop on over to the Bitcoin USD chart to check out the near future for that. And I'll probably do a little bit of live editing while I'm going through and adjust these charts to make more sense with what I am thinking. I've already done a little bit on the next chart, so when we get there, that's probably one that I will publish. But let's go ahead and take a look. Obviously, before the spiel, or the spiel before the spiel, not a financial advisor. We don't have a financial license. We don't claim to be a financial advisor. We like to look at crypto charts in the YouTube community, and we don't tell you when to buy. We just talk about information. So, that said, if you like that stuff, if you like charts, if you like analysis that doesn't say, oh, it's always going to the moon, it's going to the moon, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and let's take a look at some of this data. So we've got Stellar Lumens versus Bitcoin. The really interesting thing about this chart compared to the macro market, and I know I'm always thinking about the macro crypto market because it is almost more important than anything else. The trend line for Stellar that has a company in this sort of massive rise, and frankly this is probably disingenuous because it should probably be drawn from the November low. Probably should be a little more something like this, and that's okay. We'll just adjust that. But so this long-term trend line that Stellar's been on has been rocking, and it's kind of one of the it's one of the nicer points of the market right now, that if I'm trying to look for good news for altcoins or potentially big moves that are going to happen soon, I think this is a great chart to see it. I think, and of course, Stellar takes a pretty big hit. Let's go ahead and measure with everyone else on the 19th dropping between 20 and a max of 40% against Bitcoin. But since then, only down about 26%. Which if you compare it to some of the other cryptocurrencies and how they're performing against Bitcoin, it's an interesting story there. So being above this trend line encourages me. If I were to speculate, I would guess it's has to do with Stellar as a project and the overall interest in accumulating it, which I know is out there, and it's currently kind of a bargain at around 44 cents. I know some people on TradingView were telling me, oh, it's never going to go below 40 cents. And, we did just dip right below for a little bit, but, I'm going to give them a little bit of credit where credit is due. Because dang, Stellar is kind of holding that 40 cents mark. It's not the best. It's not the cleanest support line. Oh my goodness. It's not the cleanest support line you'd want to see. But there's something interesting going on there. Stellar, will it go below 40 cents? It's certainly possible. And we're planning for the contingencies. I mean, this is, in our opinion, kind of in a no man's zone. I mean, it's great if you're a long-term accumulator and you're just thinking about, how do I stack this up? But what we're looking for here is probably the next major move. I think if Bitcoin is going to settle at around 50,000 for a while, which I've been expecting for a long time, even though I said, hey, we're going to correct down, we're going to go down, somewhere between 16 and 43,000. And if you haven't checked out my Bitcoin video analysis, it's interesting. Back in the early April, we were starting to look at alternative bearish trend line, and I'll talk about that later. But basically, what we're looking here for Stellar Lumens is should Bitcoin range. I think the first case is most likely. I think we will go up to around 52 and then try to figure out what to do with this little breakout on this first support, or on this first resistance here. And if we do end up, and I'd probably draw this a little smaller, if we do break out this, if we do break out of this, I might be interested in trying to scalp a little bit. Really, I think this is what I'd be looking for, is sort of breaking up to this resistance line. This 30% is nice. The 7% almost not worth it. And the other side, you know, I think if and this is if Bitcoin should make another major move down. You know, if we see the king push to under 30,000, you know, potentially low 30s, mid 20s, somewhere in that area, I expect we will roast through the next support line. We might even roast through another one, but I would be expecting us to settle down at the 20 cents mark. So if alarm bells start going off and we have another massive sell-off, like right here, this is probably my target area for responding to that situation. And we will see. I mean, it's very volatile right now. There's a lot of stuff going on in the regular market too that I think is, you know, mixing in with a bunch of retail sentiments. There's discussion of potential conspiracy to pump Bitcoin. Who knows? There's so many things out there that could be going on, and frankly, you know, that's probably a lot of them just working in tandem, and not necessarily buyers or sellers, but a lot of these factors are probably working together. I mean, it's a very interesting market if you're looking at macro pictures. You know, there's all this stuff going on with housing, there's stuff going on with lumber, there's stuff going on with crypto, there's stuff going on with cyber attacks and general security issues. There's a lot going on. So this is the Bitcoin chart that we started to look at earlier. I think right around April 20th we published this, when we broke this new into this new low, and what we've done since then has, you know, we made this dotted because we didn't want it to be true. We did not want this to be I mean, we made it dotted because it wasn't true yet. So that's really that. But for the most part, you know, things seem to be looking like this could be the case, and that has a lot of implications that are super important for altcoins, which is, you know, really where I like to live. I don't know about other folks. Altcoins are just super interesting. Well, my cat is here to say hello, so I'm probably going to just sign off there. It's actually getting really distracting, or walking back and forth in front of the screen. So before the cat attacks me, I will go ahead and do the spiel again. Nice reminder, this is not financial advice. It does not serve to tell you when to make your trades, how to make your trades. It's just analysis of my own strategies and patterns for dealing with the market. And the cat is on the keyboard now, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to check us out on YouTube and TradingView. And thanks for dropping by, everyone.